we've got 250 service families plus in the secondary phase, 400 service children. You know, it's a huge number. You know, 10% of our whole cohort is from service families. And I suspect that's probably higher than most other places in the country. So we see it, you know, firsthand. It's so important. I think Gosport as well finds it a little bit tough. It's an insular peninsula. Got one road in, one road out. Hasn't had a railway line. In fact, biggest town in the country without a railway line.
Is that right?
To it. So it's you know, it's a tough place, and we need to be able to help these families out.
20 minutes and we'll go in.
We've not met before. Commander Pascal Patterson, Serving Officer of the Royal Navy. This summer, or next July 2022, I'm going to cycle from California on the west coast of the US across to Florida on the east coast. It's 5,000k altogether. It's myself and fellow Serving Officer Dan. It's going to take us 35 days, so it's like 160, 170k every day. It's going to be fully unsupported, so it's just the two of us, the bikes, the road. So we're going to do a combination of sleeping next to the road in sleeping bags that we carry on the bikes, and the other half will be staying in slightly rubbish motels along the way. So it's definitely not like a luxury bike tour. But why we're doing this, we're doing it to raise funds and awareness for mental health in the military, within the Royal Navy, Royal Marines community, and ultimately support projects like you guys run here. So that's the aim. We're both aircrew officers in the military, in the Navy, so we've flown frontline ops in Afghan, Gulf, Somalia, Sierra Leone, all those places. And one of the things we felt firsthand is the mental health impact, not just for like serving personnel, but also for the families that are left back at home. And the RNRMC does like amazing work in funding those projects for those who are back at home, for whom it's equally as difficult as it is for us on the front line when sort of mum or dad goes away. That's a really difficult thing for particularly kids, for example, to try and deal with.
Some of the things that we notice, so with the younger ones, they might need some more emotional support.
Okay.
So almost dealing with the transition of that parent who once is at home, being away, and also parenting can change if there's, you can imagine, it's a struggle for mum and dad to parent some of the times if they're approaching things from different viewpoints. So what we can find is, you know, things will change if one parent comes home or goes away, and we can't even always assume that things will be better when the parent comes home. It could be harder. So that's why we'll run courses like the Family Links, so we can try and get both parents on board. We're even looking into deployment links, so the person that's away can still access. So they're both learning together in terms of using like kind of positive coping strategies when parenting your children, and also and how to cope with that distance of being away, really.
That's a really good point about like the transition back in, because certainly I found, you know, you walk out of Afghan one day and the next day you're back in your home, and it doesn't instantly click when you get back. Actually, like you almost you try to get to know your family again for like a period of days or weeks. So that's really good that you do like both sides of it.
And towards the edge, which you'll see as you move around, the front and sort of to the side is the community garden. So there's going to be an outdoor multi-purpose gym for the community to be using. Alongside a barbecue area and a picnic area as well. So we can actually have some sort of inside-outside events as much as we possibly can, really. So that's really positive. And then you come through to the main build, or the main room, really, which is huge. And so we're looking at how this size space can be multifunctional. So currently looking at designs internally for sort of separating spaces off, making small meeting spaces within a bigger room.
We hope that from the hub we can have more of a drop-in, so if the family's passing by and they're struggling, so more walk-ins, and that they know that we're there, they know that it's a safe place for them to go, and there'll be somebody who is kind of trained to listen to them, who knows what's going on in the area, to be able to support them for whatever it is that they're going through, because it can be so stressful.
Yeah, massively stressful. I think that's almost like half the battle for people, to know that they've got somewhere to turn, even if they don't use it, just to know that they can drop into that centre any day and be like, right, I'm not having a great time, can we chat, can we look at some support options? Do you know what I mean? That is half the battle.
There's nothing in Gosport at the moment like it. There's no community centre in Gosport, there's no Shore Start centres, there's no facility that brings that conduit and support together. And so this is it, and I think, you know, from an RNRMC perspective, from the service community perspective, to be able to, you know, often I've come from London, and I've heard so often over the last 3 years of my time here that when the Navy pulled out of the town, it left it and sort of didn't come back. And actually what's really powerful is that the RNRMC is saying, actually, we're still here, and it's still really important. And our families are just delighted with that, and I think it'll have such an impact, not just within the service community, but also how Gosport feels about itself.
More widely.